Hi, welcome to the 3D Pen Den. Do you sometimes feel like a human 3D printer? I do. You know, those times when I'm just filling an area with all those skinny lines and wish they came out of the pen just a little bit thicker so it wouldn't take so ridiculously long time. And then, when I go over the entire surface again to remelt it to smooth it, what inevitably comes to mind is, I wish there was a way to smooth it right away when it comes out of the pen, still hot, soft and pliable. You know, smooth it in those 10 seconds or so before it hardens permanently. Well, let's look at our options in this department, shall we? When you first start working with a 3D pen, you discover pretty quickly that the thickness of your line depends on how fast you move your pen. The slower you go, the thicker the line. Let's try going even a bit slower. Takes a while, but the line is thicker. Okay, let's try to go ridiculously slow. It is still thicker, but you can plainly see that there is a limit to how thick you can make it this way. After that, we'll need some help. Our weapon of choice, in this case, will be a regular kitchen spatula. Just make sure it's made of silicone and not plastic, so it can take the heat. You will need a fairly adhesive surface for this to work. In my case, I'm working on plexiglass sprayed with matte acrylic coating. And then you just let the plastic accumulate in front of the spatula as you drag. Easy and effective. By the way, this is in real time. Obviously, you will need both hands to do this, so make sure you clip or tape your surface to the table so it doesn't slide along. As you can see, I got a fairly wide and pretty smooth line. This could actually work. So let's try to join a few of these together to see if we can get a smooth, solid surface. Here are 7 lines joined together, and we did get some raised seams and also some holes, so let's try to fix those. But on the plus side, we did get a fairly wide and relatively smooth sheet pretty quickly. Here are the 7 lines made the usual way, and this is how much wider area we covered with 7 of the spatula assisted lines. But doing this on a flat surface is no big deal. So let's try if this actually works on a 3D curved surface. I had to cover this metal candle mold with masking tape to make it more adhesive, which made it a bit bumpy. But if it works, we can improve on the quality of the surface later. This will do for a first quick trial. Okay, one little hole on the top, but on the whole, this looks pretty promising. Let's see if we can make the lines even wider by moving the pen back and forth as we drag. edge is a bit crinkly, but it seems to join quite well. So let's try to make 7 lines again. Here is our coverage test. 7 ordinary lines, 7 lines with steady pen, and 7 lines with the pen in motion. Quite a difference. Alright then, let's see if I can cover the whole shape with a bit of luck. The issue here will be not having the third hand to hold the project. So I will try to outline the mold with the pen and hope it will stay stabilized inside this round fenced area. I am using the same candle mold, sprayed with matte acrylic spray this time. So we actually start with a smooth surface to see if that will make any difference. It is a bit wiggly. I could do a better job if it wasn't sliding around all over the place. I will need a better mounting system the next time. By the way, if you make a really messy bit, like I just did, you can edit it out and keep going until you have a hemisphere. Here we go. It does have some tiny holes and the seams between the lines show. So I will pop it back on the mold for support and mend it with a melt tool. Yep, no such luck that it would be so perfect that you could do without heat smoothing tool. But it's more of a question of mending the imperfections than having to completely remelt the whole entire surface. If the holes are too big, add some plastic and then integrate the patches. Mend it until holes are gone and you are reasonably happy with the surface. Now let's test this on a real project. Let's say I just finished building a lizard over a sculpted Play-Doh form. Let's see if I can just kind of pour the plastic into this loose lizard-shaped network. If you are curious how I got to this point, you can visit the Introduction to Clay Forming video or the lizard making one. Both links are in the description below. I am working in a color that's different from the network green, so you can see how the layer merges. The back looks pretty promising. Let's work on some details. This is starting to have too many holes. It's possible I need a smaller tool for the smaller parts. This is a size 6 clay shaper set from Dick Blick Art Materials. I'm going to try the flat chisel shape for this, but they are all pretty useful. It may take a bit of practice to be able to cover the shape with as few seams as possible. I am by no means good at it yet, because I am just trying to figure out if this will work. Also, there are some other mechanical smoothing tools that work, but more on that some other time. Just try anything silicone and see what you like. It is covered, but still a bit messy. So now I will go to the traditional way and mend it with a melt tool. However, it is a big help that I can do just mending and not have to go over every inch of the surface. Lot faster. Instant smoothing is like instant coffee. Fast and convenient, but far from perfect. Once it is formed, filled, and smoothed, it's time to get rid of the support clay. And then proceed to finish the lizard in any way you desire. That's the instant smoothing. I think it will end up saving a lot of time, which you can then spend agonizing over other things. So until next time, go and make something.